Now, are we supposed to worship God? This is a very important point. There's a difference between worshiping and loving. People of the old days they tend to worship gods they feared. And they would go to God asking favors, bargaining with God. Oh God, please give me this and I'll be a better person. Never approach God by bargaining. It just doesn't really work. A sincere heart, yes, that works very well. And God's loving and merciful. He's not vengeful. He's not something we should be afraid of. If you curse God, He's not going to get angry. He's not going to take revenge on you, you know. But we should love God because God is life. It's our source and our supply. And there's giving so much to all of life, plant and animal life and human life, an abundance. So if there's lack in life, it's not what God has done, but it's what man has done. And by man, I mean humankind. God has supplied us all clean air to breathe. But you go in some cities and they're so choked with pollution. That's man. God has supplied enough food for every form of life to live. And in the animal kingdom and nature kingdom, they don't even have to plant. They don't have to store up food. It's all provided. I heard a statistic that said a bird eats 7 times its own weight a day. Now you multiply that by all the birds. Where's that food come from? And it's very similar to the human being. They've given us this abundance of seed, how the seed can produce so much more of its own kind. A corn seed can produce 4,800 more seeds on a big full-size corn plant. You know, if I was saying, hey, give me $100, I'll give you $4,800 back in 3 months, you'd be thrilled, right? And most of what we eat today was not in existence 3 months ago. So why do people not have enough to eat? What's wrong? Greed. I mean, we could just say greed. If you could just eliminate greed from corporations, from religions, from everything on this world, so many, virtually all the problems would be solved. It's all from this imbalance. People taking too much for themselves, depriving others. This is based on egoistic stupidity, really. And it's the cause of misery in the world. This is what's wrong with human affairs today. Tom, is it Scheidt? The director that made the movie, many Jim Carrey movies, is it Scheidt?
Tom Shadyac. Tom Shadyac.
Yeah, thanks.
The movie I Am.
The movie I Am. I recommend everybody take a look at this movie if you haven't seen it already. And I Am was the answer to the question he posed.
Yeah.
And the question was, what's wrong with the world?
I Am.
And instead of saying, oh, it's corruption, it's poverty, it's war, he identified the real cause of the symptoms as people's ever-growing addiction to materialism. Of course, the United States is the ringleader, but everybody else is trying to follow us. And if they followed us, what would happen? If they lived like we live, what would happen? We would need 50 to 60 more planets to provide all those resources that Americans consume. Isn't that scary? And they're trying to do it. What's going to happen to the resources of Earth? And you know, this is Daskalos' conclusion too, that the addiction to materialism was driven by egoism at the personal, family, national, and global levels. Even the families have this affliction.